Walking the tightrope of life.
Do that. Good evening and welcome to The Vision with Rico Doyle. Today we have a marvelous, I'll say marvelous guest on, Marsha McWilson. Been around for a little while, done some things, very entertaining, multi-talented, the whole nine yards. Been on my show several times. I've loved it and I'm sure she loved it too. So let me tell you a little bit about Marsha. Marsha's done many things, many things. One of the things is she's a motivational speaker. We know that, we recognize that. She's also lost 160 pounds, and she was motivated to do so partly by the 12 family members and a lot of things going on in her family. Another thing that we recognize is the fact that she has been on with people like Les Brown and several other people. She's also a recording artist. Shirley Caesar is one of the people she's worked with. She's also performed on Fashion Runway in Toronto, Canada, and some other things that she's done between 2009 and 2012. She's been on WFO and hosted a Heavenly Melodies AM show for that station. Miss Marsha is also a ordained minister, and she also has a beauty shop that we're going to talk about in about 5 seconds. Let me go on to say one other thing that she's been involved in, and she's been on the Tom Joyner cruises. She sung a duet with Tony Terry. She's done Bobby Jones Praise and Worship. She's also done some things with Dottie, how do you pronounce the last name? Dottie Peoples, and several others. And she's also involved in a movie. I'll let her be the one to go ahead and explain or give detail on all of these different things that she's multi-talented in. So without further ado, Marsha McWilson.
Well, thank you very much, Rico. It is an honor and a privilege.
It's an honor for you to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. Just wanted to give God the glory for what he has done.
Oh, yes.
And
oh, yes.
Actually, it's just opportunity. Nothing special about me. I'm just willing to go. I'm just a willing vessel.
Well, I think you're special, too, because I think God doesn't pick everybody, and everybody can't do everything, and they shouldn't. I think it would be a crowded environment, and I don't think the people that need to know would get anything out of it. So I think if you have that gift and God put it in you, then that's for you.
Wow. Well, actually, he gave me a lot of gifts.
I'm sure.
And I'm the type of person that just wants to do what God would have me to do. Whatever I find my hand to do, I do.
Let me ask you this. When it comes to the beauty shop, okay, what possessed you or what motivated you to do that? I know we talked before, and you made the statement that you just like pretty things, and I understand that. I recognize that from looking at you. But give our audience a little more detail on that.
Technically, I love to make people happy.
That's good.
Inside and out.
That's outstanding.
And I had the ability, actually I have 4 sisters. They're all cosmetologists. And 2 nieces that's cosmetologists.
So what motivated so many of you to go into the same field?
Actually, I did not want to go into the field of doing hair because I wanted to do something different. But
what was that you wanted to do? I'm just curious.
I wanted to sing. I wanted to, technically I just wanted to help people. And I just didn't know how I was going to go about doing it until I found myself in my dorm room. I went to Nog University.
Oh, okay.
And I began to be in my dorm room, and the girls wanted to go out to a party, and I began to spruce them up. And found out, hey, I'm in the wrong field. I went for computer science, and I was spending more time sprucing everybody up,
right,
and loving the outcome of it, making people feel wonderful. I noticed that it changed their whole personality.
Oh yeah, because whenever you're trying to do something positive for somebody, especially if it's a good thing, if I may, I understand how that works in terms of, I used to stutter and that kind of thing, and I always felt that I had a communication bug within me. but I could never really get it out the way I needed to. And I used to pray and ask God to guide me on this, that, and the other and whatnot. But one thing I knew, that I had a good heart, despite some of the things that I might have done as a youngster that were unfavorable. But I always knew that I wanted to help people.
Wow.
And to this day, it's been good to me.
That's
and so I would encourage anybody that if you have any kind of gift, because what goes around comes around, you put dirt into people's life, trust it will come back. And it usually comes back at the most inopportune time.
That's right.
So I'm really fortunate to know you and to have you as a friend and to be on the show. I want to talk about these other points here. Okay, you stated that you were on the fashion runway in Toronto, Canada. Tell me about that.
Do you really know that God has a sense of humor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, he's very, very funny.
Okay.
Well, I'm 400 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know, I love to make people pretty. And guess what? Mm-hmm. I knew deep down inside myself, he gave me this mindset to know no matter how heavy I was, always be pretty.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's bold to say, but that's what he gave me. Always take what you got and use it well. So I knew how to put things together and look good.
Now, isn't that interesting? Because I was talking to some people not too long ago on the radio version of the show, and we were talking about that thing that you do. That thing that you do is very important, how you see yourself. Because part of one of the things that I say in my show is you have to remember the way you see yourself matters. If you see yourself, good example, all of my life I've been able to do things that people said couldn't be done simply because either I didn't have the budget, I didn't have the people, or didn't have enough knowledge. Wow. But the funny thing about positive thinking, as Les Brown would say, and as my father would say, if you think you can, yes you can. And I've been able to walk through doors simply because I never lost the faith and the understanding that says in the Bible, you have to think almost like a child to get through some things. Now, I'm not saying that I'm thinking like a kid. I'm saying that basically I understand what I need to do as a man and as a human being in terms of responsibility. But I don't never want to lose that thing that makes me laugh, that makes me dream, because those are the things that when I think about my little history, I've done some things that most of people, especially black people, haven't even tried. So I understand what you're saying. It has to be in you. You have to dream it. If you can dream it and believe it, you can do it.
Well, let me tell you how I dreamed it. I just said, one day I'm going to walk a fashion runway. And do you know that I end up, like you said, I don't know if did I say I was 400 pounds?
Yes, you did.
400.
Yes, you
and
did.
I lost 176 pounds.
That takes a lot to do that.
Not knowing that God was preparing me and also hearing the little prayer that I prayed. One day I want to walk a fashion runway.
Right.
He's so funny.
Right.
He allowed me to walk
That's right.
the fashion runway of the world.
That's right.
And how I got to do that is they were looking for a artist, a gospel artist, to come on the runway and sing the Beatles song, which is saying love, love, love.
Right.
He said these people are so rich they don't know anything about God. I want to just bring love and God on the runway.
And you were just there at the right time.
No, actually I was just on MySpace, and a man heard my song, and they contacted me from MySpace, asked me to get a choir, which Ella Robinson and the New Beginnings choir leader.
Okay.
I asked them to come with me, and when I tell you, we were the first people ever to do that and walk the fashion runway singing in choir robes, and we made history.
But see, that's the good thing about being able to put one foot in front of the other. I always say you have to be going somewhere to get something done. If you don't have a dream, find one. If you don't have a belief, read up, get the information, get the knowledge, because one thing will lead to another. One important thing that I can say, that I've also said on my radio show, that is very, very important. I truly believe that yesterday, today, and tomorrow are connected. What you did yesterday a lot of times brings you to today, and what you do today can ultimately take you to tomorrow. So to go on to some other points, let me just ask you this, okay, with the movie.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me your best parts of doing that, because that's a whole nother genre.
Okay. I was blessed to go sing on the Sail to Greatness cruise for Les Brown.
Right.
And I met a casting director,
Okay.
which cast for Coming to America, Thy Kingdom Come, and some other big movies, Moesha. And we began to become friends.
Okay.
And in our friendship, I would begin to prophesy to her. I would tell her, one day you're going to do a movie, and you're going to put me in it. And we chuckled and laughed. Well, 3 years later, she ended up marrying a movie producer, a film.
Interesting. Everything leading
And
to...
guess what? They put me in that movie. And in that movie is the top actors from Tyler Perry, Lamont Rucker, Elisa Dale.
Great.
Tamela Mann.
Great.
Mr. Brown.
Great.
Oh my God, Les Brown. And I'm actually singing and playing a spy.
Fantastic.
And my name is Lullaby. And I sing to them before I put them to sleep.
Now that's a great story, great story. Let me ask you this, okay? Okay, because all that is fantastic, and we're going to definitely have to bring you back and do some other things. I want to ask you, how can we get the record?
Okay, actually, I am on iTunes.
Okay.
You can go Marsha McWilson
Okay.
on iTunes. I'm only 99 cents, not even $1, just 99 cents.
Now that is an awesome bargain.
Yes.
So for those of you that are a little stingy with the pockets, remember this is the season
Yes.
to be giving.
Yes.
So to wrap it up, I believe we're probably wrapping up, or we're taking that break. Okay, we're gonna. I understand from the floor people that we still have a few minutes to do some things. So let's just chit chat like we used to do on the radio.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What'd you do for the summer?
Actually, I did the Tom Joyner cruise.
And we want you all to stay with us now, okay?
Yes.
This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting. As a matter of fact, it's like coming to your home, sitting on the couch, eating a couple of cupcakes, watching your favorite movie.
Don't eat no cupcakes.
Oh,
though.
no. I take that back. That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
That's wrong,
That's just
Rico.
wrong. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see how they say the devil is alive?
Yes, he is.
So you can continue what you were saying.
Rico, I got an opportunity to sing with the great Bobby Jones on Tom Joyner cruise. It was phenomenal.
Okay, we'll be back. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a treat for you. I've been wanting Marsha to kind of do this for a little while, and now she has the opportunity to do this. It happens to be on my show. I'm loving that, and we didn't want her to get away without singing this. Even the mayor of her hometown, he can't wake up without hearing it. It's a very positive and good song. I love it. When I'm in a rut, in a problem situation, I put it on. It eases things. So, again, without further ado, Marsha McWilson.
Walking this tightrope called life, dealing with all kind of strife. Who knows if I'm wrong, if I'm right? Tell me, what am I to do? Some days I try to make things right, then I get off focus and end up in a tide. I try with all my heart and might. Tell me, what am I to do, 'cause I need a balance to hold me up. I need a balance to get me through the other side. I need a balance to hold me up so that I won't fall. My family is pulling me to the right. My job and these crazy people are pulling me to the left. I'm caught in the middle. I'm so uptight. Tell me, what am I to do? Either I got so much time on my hands that I just let it go to waste, or I don't even got time to pray and get down in his face. I'm caught in this red race. I need him to help me escape. I need him. I gotta have him. Oh Lord, I need a balance to hold me up. I need a balance to get me to the other side. I need a balance to hold me up so that I won't fall.
Thanks for staying with us, and we are back again with, of course, my guest, Marsha McWilson. We want to talk about some other things that she was involved in. First, I want to get this out, that the name of her beauty shop is called McWilson's House of Beauty.
Yes, sir.
And from what I understand, it's a beautiful place, beautiful atmosphere.
Yes, 29 years.
There you go. There you go. If anybody out there is in the vicinity, the area, if your hair doesn't look great, if you feel that you don't look great, stop by McWilson's House of Beauty. And I can almost guarantee you'll look as good as my guest. Okay?
Rico, actually, I have a slogan. If your hair is not becoming to you, you should be coming to me.
Oh, there you go. So all those out there, remember that. Remember, it's not a hard thing to do. And you just remember, if you're having a problem with your look.
Right. And I do the total look. I do hair, makeup, and clothes, Rico.
Fantastic.
Put it all together for you.
And I believe in that.
Yes.
Hey, I believe in that myself, because as a guy, if I'm going to get dressed, I love to get dressed. And if I'm not, then I'm not. But I do know the difference, and it's very important. The other thing I want to make note of is the thing that you've been doing with Etta James.
Actually, I did an Etta James review in Niagara Falls for the Blues Festival. Over 10,000 people.
Wow.
And it was, just a phenomenal success.
Wow.
I had a live band.
When was that?
That was in September. And Toby Rotella, he's the producer of that Blues Festival.
Okay.
He does it every year. And actually, I'm the first one to ever do gospel at the Blues Festival. And he also loved the way I end my gospel show with At Last, Etta James.
Oh, yeah.
Not knowing that I was going to come back the following year and do a whole concert of Etta James. And I had a live band called Zark and the Sharks.
Okay.
And it was a blast. So now I'm getting booked for Etta James. Hey.
Well, that's outstanding. That's outstanding, especially when you think about all the things that you're involved in. I don't know how you have the time for it. You have to explain to us, how do you have the time to do so many things and still have time for yourself?
It's called balance. And balance means order. That's the song that I wrote. And like I said, it's on iTunes for 99 cents.
As I'd like to present it again to you folks out there, this is the song. And again, as Marcia said, it's only 99 cents.
Not even $1, y'all.
Not even $1. And even those of you, the cheapest of you, could dig a little deep and do that.
Rico, this is the thing. We use the song as a prescription because so many listeners have been calling in and saying, you know, Marcia, I played that song. I had a lot to do and I really was stressed out. Played your song and just peace came in. And I said, well, you got to realize in writing that song, I wrote that song off the top of my head. And I called Stephen McCaster, who is a phenomenal musician. And I began to sing that song to him, walking the tightrope of life, dealing with all kind of strife. Who knows if I'm doing this thing wrong or right? Tell me, what am I to do? And I began to just sing that off the top of my head. God gave me that song in the midst of me trying to run my salon, trying to take care of my husband and my children.
Right.
By the way, I am married.
Right.
Married for 21 years with 2 miracle sons.
Outstanding. Outstanding. That's why anytime I listen to that song, and it's a true song, and everybody and anybody can relate with that, black, green, yellow, or blue.
Exactly.
You need balance because it is crazy. I mean, I do a lot of things in my day, and it's only 24 hours in a day. And I know you can't do everything, but you want to do this and you need to do this, or you feel you need to do it. And a lot of people don't understand. But I have a strong belief system in myself and God on top. And I have big dreams. I have super dreams. And most of the time people look at me as, there he goes again. But I know what I can do. Well, and I thank God for that.
Rico, this is what God gave me. He gave me the order of balance, which a lot of preachers, teachers, you know, you're out of focus with things because you're so involved in what you're doing. He gave me the order of God first, okay? And then a lot of people don't understand, but they put their family or they put someone else in that second place. You're that second person. And when you put yourself in that second place, you take care of your ability, your body, so you can take care of your family.
Exactly.
And then it's your family.
Exactly.
And then it's your career.
Yeah, it has to be an order.
It
has to be an orderly
and
thing.
This is what our society has gotten out of order. And God has given me this song, first song I ever wrote. And when I tell you, it has blessed so many people. So we call it the prescription that you need to feel. Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. It's an amazing song. I think everybody should hear it. Everybody should internalize it. I think it's that positive of a song. I think it is what is needed in our society, and especially in some of our communities, because there's no balance, there's no understanding, there's no camaraderie, no friendship, none of that. And when you look at what's going on, especially in our community with the crime situation, that kind of thing, it's no balance.
Well, what it is, it's a domino effect. When one domino is off, it pulls the whole deck down.
True.
And if you notice, I put this song out I wrote it about 5 years ago. And if you notice, everything is pointing towards balance. I hear Michelle Obama. She's talking about balance. I heard Oprah. She's talking about balance. I hear, I go into the Walgreens, balance reward. I said, okay, God is preparing balance for the world. Now, this is what I need our listeners to do. I need everyone to go on iTunes and just download that song. Share it with someone who you know that is going through trouble, that is going through health, that is going through finances. Because balance means everything is in order.
Everything is in order. And you guys out there in TV land, you know, listen to that and really internalize that, because it is a good thing. What we share with others should be a positive and good thing. I like to think that my good spirit and the peace of mind I try to project is helping somebody. I try to smile a lot, because there was a time when I didn't smile as much. I was so serious about things that didn't make any sense. So if you guys look closely, if the camera was really on me, I have this one line right here, because I was serious about business and serious about all kinds of things. But anyway, we're going to get close to wrapping this up. I want to thank my guest, Marsha McWilson. And remember, you could reach her at marshamcwilson.com. I want you to also remember the tune, the balance tune, 99 cents. It is the season to be jolly and giving and all of that good stuff. And I just want you to remember that we'll be back.
Walking the tightrope of life, dealing with all kind of strife. Who knows if I'm wrong, if I'm right? Tell me what